Hi, it is December 22nd, the day of the continuity. We are on the cusp of Sagittarius, Capricorn, and for those born on December 22nd, you are masters of the long line. In your work or in your family life, the theme of succession is an important one. Your prophetic powers are usually reserved for accurately predicting what you yourselves will be doing in the future on a basis of your past track record. This does not mean to imply that you are incapable of change, of course, but rather that you know well what you want and in a given period of life and plan your time and efforts accordingly. Security-oriented, December 22nd people generally progress slowly and surely, year after year building up the structure of their lives. Due to their careful nature, they experience fewer self-induced debacles than most. But when catastrophe hits them, perhaps once or twice in a lifetime, it hits hard. Yet, after a reasonable period of time spent licking their wounds, they continue on their inexorable path. If they are highly ambitious, which is rarely the case with December 22nd people, their climb to the top may be antagonizingly a slow one, due to both their refusal to take untoward risk or compromise their integrity. Inherent in their work, as well as their approach to life, is something of the craftsman who receives as much pleasure from the process itself as from the finished product. December 22nd people appear to be very patient, and such is true in the long haul. Yet in any given daily situation, they can let small things bother them and grow irritated, unaccepting, or condemning. Their reactions tend to be swift and their anger immediate. Afterwards, they rarely carry any malice with them once they have expressed their disapproval. They do, however, expect that their rules will be followed to the letter on the following occasion, particularly in their attitudes toward their children. They must avoid becoming rigid authoritarians. However, since such behavior can well arouse their family's resentment and, in some cases, rebellion. For the most part, December 22nd people have a rather serious and secretive nature, yet when their humor shines, those around them will surely bask in its glow. Indeed, those born on this day enjoy nothing more than the camaraderie of a few close friends or family members. However, as solitary individuals who need to be alone a great deal, they are not so comfortable at large social gatherings where they may choose to withdraw into themselves rather than take center stage. They must be careful of their humor, which can have a cutting, ironic, and satiric edge, does not harden into sarcastic barbs and negative bombshells. An important task for them is to strike a balance between fun and seriousness, between social exposure and isolation, and, if possible, find a channel, through which their profound and often isolated thoughts and feelings can find expression in the world. Those born on the 22nd of the month are ruled by the number 4, 2 plus 2 equals 4, and by the planet Uranus, which is both erratic and explosive. The added influence of Jupiter and Saturn, the rulers of Sagittarius and Capricorn respectively, underlines the secretive, reserved, and explosive tendencies of December 22nd people. Ruled by the number 4, they have their own way of doing and seeing things. Because they so often take the opposing point of view with self-assurance, they can sometimes arouse antagonism and make enemies. Since 22nd is a double number, those born on the 22nd day of the month may be interested in doubles of various kinds, twins, coincidences, reflections, or symmetry, for example. Tarot. The 22nd card of the major arcana is the Fool, who in several versions of the tarot is shown blithely stepping over the edge of a cliff. Some interpretations picture him as a foolish man who has given up his reason, others a highly spiritualized being free of material considerations. Positive meanings include renouncing resistance and following instincts freely. Foolish acts, impulsiveness, and annihilation are the negative aspects. The highly evolved Fool has followed life's path, experienced its lessons, and become one with his or her own vision. Health. Those born on the 22nd can have problems related to their own profound as well as complex thoughts and feelings. Psychological problems can eventually manifest in physical troubles as well, particularly an increasing rigidity of the skeletal system or varicosities as they get older. Exercise that stresses flexibility should be continued well into the middle age, particularly yoga, calisthenics, tai chi, or controlled competitive endeavors. Furthermore, rather than adopting a rigid diet, albeit healthy, December 22nd people should continually explore new and exciting culinary possibilities. Their strongly controlled emotions should find an outlet in regular sexual expression. December 22nd, the day of the continuity. Your advice: soften your forbidding side. Learn to be more open and accepting. Don't condemn. Doing silly things can be highly therapeutic and fun. Integrate yourself socially. Your meditation: speech may be musical, but silence is magical. Your weaknesses: irritable, fixed, and cutting. Your strengths: careful, prepared, self-assured. December 22nd, the day of the continuity. Happy birthday to you, and have a good evening.